This week our story is called Rattlers by Ellen Lambeth. Rattlesnakes have a bad reputation. No wonder. They look mean, they sound spooky, and you know about their nasty bite. But mostly they're misunderstood. So here is all you ever wanted to know about rattlesnakes. What are rattlesnakes? They're a group of snakes that have what no other snakes have, rattle-tipped tails. They also have thick bodies, wide heads, cat-like eyes, and long hollow fangs that fold away when they're not needed. Their dull colors and patchy patterns help them blend in with their surroundings. Where do rattlers live? There are about 30 different kinds, and you can find at least one kind or another in almost every state. Rattlers also live in southern Canada, Mexico, and Central and South America. Different rattlers hang out in different habitats. For example, sidewinders are in deserts, and many timber rattlers live in rocky woodlands. Canebrake rattlers can be found in swamps, while prairie rattlers live in grasslands. Are rattlesnakes dangerous? To their prey, they're deadly. To people, their bite is painful and sometimes deadly, but it's very unusual for a person to be bitten. People and rattlers aren't often in the same place at the same time. Even when they are, most rattlers would rather stay hidden or slither away than attack. The prairie rattler in the photo has been surprised by a hiker. Its vibrating rattle is giving the hiker a clear warning. Don't take another step forward. What's the rattle made of and how does it work? The rattle is a stack of hard sections of skin. In other snakes, all of the skin comes off during shedding. In rattlesnakes, some stays attached at the end of the tail. The beginning of the rattle is called the button. It stays stuck to the end of the tail the very first time a young rattlesnake sheds its skin. The next time the snake sheds, a new section is added underneath the button, and so on. Each section fits loosely over the one under it. When the snake vibrates its tail, the sections rattle against each other and make a buzzing sound. Can you tell a rattlesnake's age by counting the sections in the rattle? No. A section is added each time a rattlesnake sheds, but some snakes shed several times a year, others shed not as often. Also, one or more of the rattle sections may have broken off. What happens when a rattlesnake bites? First, it strikes by lunging toward the prey or enemy. The mouth opens wide and the fangs swing out. When the snake hits its target, the fangs sink in deep. The rattler may, but doesn't always, pump venom or poison through each fang. All this happens in about a second. Can a rattlesnake bite be cured? Yes, especially if a doctor treats it right away. If the kind of snake is known, the person may be treated with medicine made from the venom of the snake. And how do people give venom to make medicine? By milking the snake. What do rattlers eat? Most kinds go for small mammals such as mice, squirrels, and rabbits, and sometimes birds. Some kinds eat mostly lizards, and others eat mostly frogs. How does a rattlesnake find its prey? It picks a good spot and waits. When prey comes along, all the snake's senses are on alert. First, it may feel vibrations in the ground. Next, it looks about and gathers scent molecules on its tongue. It sticks the tip of the tongue into a special smelling organ on the roof of its mouth. Then it uses deep pits on its face to sense body heat coming from the prey. Finally, the snake knows exactly where the prey is and strikes. How does a rattlesnake eat its prey? It sinks in its fangs and pumps in venom. Then it lets go and waits. If the dying prey crawls away, no problem. The snake can follow the scent trail with its tongue. Then the snake grabs the prey head first and swallows it whole. Do rattlesnakes drink? Rattlers, like all snakes, get water from the food they eat, but sometimes they suck some in from a puddle or pond, as the western diamondback rattler is doing. How big are rattlers? All sizes. The eastern diamondback probably is the biggest. It can get to be 6 feet or 1.8 meters long or more, but usually it grows no more than 4 feet, 1.2 meters or so. Most of the smallest species, such as the pygmy rattlesnake, are less than 20 inches, or 50 centimeters. Do rattlesnakes have any natural enemies? Sure. Big animals such as bison sometimes crush them underfoot, by mistake or on purpose. And some animals eat rattlesnakes. Red-tailed hawks nab lots of them. And so do other snakes, especially king snakes. Other animals, such as coyotes, may gobble up a rattler once in a while. How can predators eat a rattler without getting hurt? Some are quick enough to keep from being bitten. Others don't seem to be bothered by the venom. Are any rattlesnakes endangered? Two kinds. The New Mexican ridge-nosed and the Aruba Island rattlesnakes are on the U.S. endangered species list as threatened. That means they could easily become endangered, so they must be protected by law. Many other kinds also are a lot rarer than they once were. Here's why. Humans have changed many of the places rattlesnakes live, by plowing under grasslands or draining wetlands, for example. That can make it hard for the rattlesnakes to find food or hiding places. Humans have also killed way too many rattlers, sometimes for the skin or meat, but more often just for fun or out of fear. Do rattlers lay eggs? No. They give birth to live young, usually at summer's end. A mother rattlesnake may have only one baby, or more than 20. But the average number is 8. Each young rattler is inside a thin sac when it comes out of the mother. Soon, it wriggles itself free. Like the newborn timber rattler, the young snakes may stay near their mother for several days or longer, but then they all go their separate ways. Rare Rattler Rescue, John Kenkolosi. Most people want to know how to protect themselves from rattlesnakes, but one scientist and his family want to help protect rattlesnakes from people. Hugh McChrystal is a herpetologist, and his two best helpers are his kids, Rachel and James. The McChrystals are studying the ridge-nosed and rock rattlesnakes. These shy, rare snakes live in the mountains of southeastern Arizona. The more the McChrystals learn about them, the easier it will be to protect them. But how do you study a dangerous creature up close? Carefully. First, Dad catches a rattler and sticks it head first into a plastic tube so it can't bite. Then James scans it with a special machine. If the McChrystals have caught the snake before, it will have an ID tag that they had put under its skin. The machine works like a store scanner to read the tag. Rachel writes down which snake it is and then records the animal's weight, length, and temperature. If it's a new snake, they give it a tag and number. She also jots down other information, such as where the snake was found and what it was doing. After they let the snake go, they hunt for another one. The family compares the information with other information they've already collected. That way they can keep track of each rattler and find out more about what it needs to survive. Thanks for tuning in this week to the story Rattlers.